happy Friday. Welcome back to our 5 weekly favorites. This has been too long since we've let this go. So we have a few things that we've been using like for weeks, but since we haven't done this, they're just kind of things that are top of mind. First up is this Dove Cinnamon Pumpkin Pie body wash. We both have this. It was a Walmart exclusive, I believe. They're only like $5, which is crazy. And aside from the scent, I just really like this formula. I feel like it's actually hydrating and it lathers up, but the scent itself is like a really nice mix of that fresh pumpkin mixed with like a sweet pumpkin dessert. Like, I feel like it does smell like actual pumpkin. Yeah, you can see, Terry. It's not super sweet. And the formula, I will say, if you're not used to, it's definitely more of like a hydrating cream versus like a sudsy, like lather, like clean feeling. Yeah. So if you don't like that, don't get this. But if you like a hydrating formula. Yeah, I got all 3 of them, but this is my favorite and it's so nice. It smells so good. I only got this one. I bet on this one being my favorite and I was happy I went with it. I've heard good things about the Morphe lip liners and I think they like discontinued them and then brought them back. And we went to an Ulta when we were in San Diego last weekend and they had the shade Makeup Talk in stock, which is the shade I've heard a lot about. And so I picked it up and I've really been liking it. I think it's $6 or $8, very affordable. And I compared the color to my Victoria Beckham 02 lip liner, which is still my favorite lip liner. The color is really similar. Do you want to insert a swatch? Yeah, I will say that, I have it on right now. I will say that this formula is creamier, which I don't really like. I like more of like a waxy formula. Not waxy, just I don't like them to be too creamy. But for the price, this is a very solid formula. And the whole color range looks really nice. Like the type of colors I like for lip liner. So definitely check these out. My makeup favorite this week is the Moira Chroma Light Shadow in 14 Birthday Girl. And I got another shade that's like a more neutral champagne that I thought was gonna be my favorite. And this one I kind of ordered on a whim. I just thought it looked pretty. It's basically like a rose gold with a gold, like true yellow gold reflect. I'm wearing it today on the lids, if you can see. I'll insert a swatch as well. And I was just so impressed with how much I liked this shade. Like the formula itself is a type of really hardly pressed glitter. So there's minimal fallout. Like you can use your finger to apply this. There's not going to be a lot of fallout. I still use a glitter glue if I wanted to stay on all day. But I've also used this without a glitter glue, just like as a wash of glitter on my eyelid. And it does crease more that way, but it's still, you don't get that much fallout, which I love with this type of formula. These are so affordable. I ordered it from the Moira website. And I just think it's a really pretty way to like wear a glitter that's a little bit different. It's not like your everyday, like, you know, like I said, like champagne, like a neutral shade. It's a little bit more fun, but still really wearable. So I've really been impressed with this. Okay, next up is a TV show, English Teacher on FX. Yes. I don't know, well, we talked about this on our Instagram stories. Honestly, follow us there because we've just been so busy. We haven't been able to film and we try to updates our Instagram stories. And we've been loving it. It's so funny. The premise of the show is it's about it's a comedy, and it's about an English teacher living in Austin, and it's sort of like makes fun of both sides without being too political. And it's very, I don't know, rare, I guess, that you would see that on television. I feel like lots of shows these days can be polarizing politically, but comedy is like, you know, there should be comedies that we can all enjoy. Yeah, and I think the whole point of studying in Austin was sort of like the juxtaposition of him being like this liberal person in Austin, but still in Texas. So there's just like funny storylines that come up, and at the baseline, it's just a hilarious show. Yeah. The writing is so good. We've literally laughed out loud multiple times. So the cast, they have like great chemistry together because there's other teachers that he works with, and then the principal's like a member. One of his teachers is also his best friend. So it's just a great show. Highly recommend if you want a good comedy. We haven't had one in a while. And then our food find from the week is Trader Joe's Savory Squash Pastry Bites. This is like our 3rd box of these. We love them. They're exactly what it sounds like. This little pastry bite with squash, and then what is this on here? It's like is it ricotta? So it's puff pastry, butternut squash puree. Oh yeah, ricotta cheese and feta cheese. Oh, it's Parmesan cheese. It's a mix of cheeses. a mix of cheeses, and then yeah, there's like rosemary, sage, black pepper. So it's basically like herbaceous cheese atop squash, atop a puff pastry, and they're amazing. You just pop them in the air fryer for like 6 minutes, and they're the perfect little bite-sized appetizer. They are so good. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're so sorry that we haven't put up a weekly favorites in so long. I'm gonna try to keep up with it, but bear with us, and thank you for tuning in if you did.